What is going on, Rocket Lab investors? So today we are down a little bit. We settled at 941 and in the after hours we're at 940. So a fairly decent drop compared to yesterday. Yesterday we did crack the $10 mark, which was phenomenal, but we are starting to go down. I wouldn't be surprised, and anything could happen. You never know what's going to happen, especially in the rocket stock business. There are catalysts all over the place. One little thing could skyrocket a specific stock, but until that happens, and really until we score some contracts or really something new happen, I think we're going to start gradually going down. But I think along the way, another rocket company is going to score a contract, and that will skyrocket their stock, and then it will help bring Rocket Lab stock up a little bit. But in the end, I think we're going to start going down. Again, until a major catalyst happen, I think we're going to hit the $7 to $8 mark, hopefully the 7. It would be amazing if we drop down to 5 for a short period of time, because that's what I want to buy my stock at. I'm trying to rally money. I really want to get 1,000 shares, and I don't want to spend $9,000 on 1,000 shares. I would rather spend 5,000. I'm more comfortable at that. But being at 941, we have a market cap of $4.67 billion. And if we see here, the 52-week high is 1029 and the 52-week low is 347. Unless something major happens, I don't think we're going to hit that 347 ever again. But you never know. Anything could happen. It's a risky game, and it's a risky business to be invested in. So let's go over the Motley Fool, why Rocket Lab stock dropped on good news today. So Rocket Lab keeps raking in contracts. Yesterday the company announced that NASA has hired it to propose a solution to the space agency in their troubled Mars sample return project, their MSR, one that they said would cost about $11 billion and it would take less than 16 years to complete. Or I should say, Rocket Lab proposed it would do it a lot less than $11 billion and a lot less time than 16 years to complete. So that's the good news. The bad news came out hours later. Rocket Lab announced it will report its Q3 financial results on November 12th, and the stock fell 2.9%. So it fell a little bit just for the fact that Rocket Lab is not profitable. So anytime it releases a financial report, the stock does drop because it just isn't good. Investors do not like investing in a company that is not profitable. But you and I are here mostly because we believe in this company and eventually it will turn a profit. Peter Beck has said that, they're technically profitable, but they're spending their money on Neutron. So I foresee them to be fully profitable maybe 2027. I think it will probably take a year after the first Neutron launch for them to work out everything, to scale down the R&D, because they're still going to have to put money into it, and then they're going to have to look onto the horizon. Do they make a heavy Neutron, or do they just stick with Neutron? You never know what's going to happen. So more on that good news. So the NASA Perseverance rover has been collecting soil and air samples on Mars, but NASA suspended this MSR project back in April, simply for the fact that it could cost anywhere from $8 billion to $11 billion and wouldn't be completed until 2040. But Rocket Lab thinks it can accomplish this mission both cheaper and sooner, and NASA has therefore awarded it a contract of an unspecified value to develop and propose a simplified end-to-end mission concept that would be delivered for a fraction of the current project program cost and completed several years earlier than the current expected sample return date in 2040. So essentially what it came down to is NASA thinks it's going to cost about $11 billion and Rocket Lab thinks they can do it within $2 billion. I think that's pretty aggressive on Rocket Lab's budget and timeline. I think they should have went more into the $5 billion range, maybe even $4 billion. Two's really, really tight, and I don't think $2 billion is enough to really get things propelling to get them to Mars. I don't know. I mean, Peter Beck is such a smart person, and I love that he doesn't really take on or say things that he can't do. So if he thinks he can do it with $2 billion, that's really great, and I do have faith in him. I'm just a little concerned. So what I want to hear from you is, do you think Rocket Lab can do this for $2 billion? Or do you think they're eventually going to up their cost a little more? And do you think they're going to score that full project? Now, right now, this contract that we received yesterday, which shot us above $10, is just for them to do a study on whether this is possible. And honestly, I don't think Elon will let that happen. Simply for the fact that Elon Musk's goal is to get to to get to Mars, and I don't think they're gonna like that Neutron. If they won that contract, they would be the ones bringing back those rocks and material. So honestly, I could see SpaceX doing everything possible to undercut them, sue them, to sue NASA to stop giving Rocket Lab that contract. $2 billion is a lot of money. That is a major catalyst, but I don't think there's enough meat on the bone to really make it worth it. But then again, they will get on the good side with NASA. But then again, that's such a risky and hard project to where if they took that, I would be genuinely concerned, because one little misstep, one little mishap, anything could happen going to Mars, and it's a little concerning. So I am definitely a little scared, honestly, because I do have money invested in Rocket Lab. But I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Do you think this would be a major win for Rocket Lab? Do you think they would be able to do it? If they were able to do it successfully, would that catalyst them to, be a catalyst to the next level? Would we score more contracts beyond that? That's what I want to hear from you. So please comment down below. It will definitely help the channel, help the community. Shout out to everyone that has been watching, liking, and commenting on the videos. We're new. We're definitely starting off. Any help is definitely appreciated, and really commenting and liking and watching the video goes a long way. So thank you for that. But please do your own research, have some fun, make some money. This video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and consult a professional before making any financial investments.